Welcome to paradise. Oh boy, this is gonna be a controversial one. Huh? Fuck it. Let's do it. What's up everyone, Savage Gamer here, and this is my review for Green Hell VR on PlayStation VR2. And before we get started, if you could do the things to help make this channel grow, and if you enjoy my content, I would appreciate it. Thank you. So, right away in Green Hell, you were confronted with a slew of comfort and accessibility options, which is just great. You can fully customize your gaming preferences to suit your individual play style. That includes being able to shut off things like hunger, tiredness, and threats like aboriginal tribes and predators if having a real challenge just isn't your thing and you'd rather crack open a Bud Light and not break a nail.
I'm here. Hey! I made it!
Is everything all right?
Yeah! You can come up!
You do know you have the walkie-talkie, right?
You can come up.
Just go ahead. I need to find something in my backpack.
What exactly? The gear should already be at the camp.
You will know when the time comes. Patience.
Very well. You can catch up, yes?
So this review is mostly spoiler free. I won't even show you anything beyond the first hour or so of an easily 20 plus hour campaign. And there's also a survive option, foregoing the story altogether and just putting you and your ability to survive alone in the wilderness. The story is a bit basic. You and your girlfriend Mia arrive at a tropical island where Mia ends up being kidnapped by the indigenous tribes, and you need to locate and save her ass, all while everything around you wants to fucking kill you. And you're armed with only your wits and crafted materials like weapons and medicines to help aid you. Now, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this game's release, and I'm not about to fucking ignore it. So let's dive in. A lot of people are saying things like, this is the worst game on PSVR2. It looks horrendous. It's blurry. It's too hard. And other negative comments. To that I say, bullshit. Quit your fucking bitching for controversial clickbait. It almost feels as if being a negative voice on any imperfection and ragging on a game these days is a trendy cry for attention. Now, I've listened to several of these complaints and watched several of these videos waiting to hear what complimentary acknowledgments would follow up, and there seemed to be none. So that shows me that they are just being unfairly critical and looking for admiration of other negative type people who are, quite understandably, absolutely fucking sick of being screwed over by a gaming industry that forgot that gaming was supposed to be fun and instead focusing on raping our pockets for subpar broken releases. Talking to you, fucking Rockstar Games. Anyway, however, not everything needs to be met with such harsh criticism or negativity. Does Green Hell VR have some issues? Sure, I can admit that. I can also tell you that it pissed me off when I went to play it today and my saves of about 15 hours I had spent were all gone for no reason. I have to start all over, and I absolutely had saves that worked. But I booted it up today and new game is my only option. That fucking sucks. Do I hate the game for that? No. The visuals could be a bit better, sure. But are they horrible? Is it the worst game on PSVR 2? Absolutely the fuck not. In fact, I'm quite impressed with a game like this. Its systems have a level of depth which we rarely see in VR. The foliage is thick and really makes you feel as if you are in a jungle setting. Nearly everything around you is a resource in some fashion, with the day and night rotation and procedurally generated weather systems. This game is an absolute beast coming to console VR headsets.
Oh, Mia! The fire is burning.
Coming. Give me a minute.
Oh, I don't know. Jaguars, venomous spiders, and snakes. Let's not forget the scorpions. A mere ant's bite hurts like hell.
I am well aware of that. But still, we have a chance to achieve something. Make a difference. At home, all we could have done was be helpless and wait. I prefer the wilderness.
And it also does have its fair share of issues, like right here. I was supposed to grab a candy bar from my backpack in order to proceed. However, when I got my backpack, there was no candy bar to be found anywhere. I checked several times, to the point I started running around the map looking to see if my candy bar got accidentally loaded somewhere else, or I had to find it in a crate or a box or something. I could not find it. I had no idea where to get this candy bar, and it absolutely would not allow me to proceed without eating that fucking candy bar. So the only thing that I could do was to quit and reset. The candy bar loaded. Once I did that, and I was able to proceed. So yes, there are issues like that to be found here. Now, some other things can be quite immersion breaking, like how leaves and branches do not react when you bump into or walk through them. You essentially just clip through everything, which is a constant reminder that you are in a game. It does take you out of being able to truly feel immersed, but in other areas, it will just leave you stunned. Like the lighting effects, the ambient light from carrying a torch or making a fire at night, or the moonlight reflecting off the leaves of plants and trees all around you. But this game really excels when it comes to the 3D audio design. Hearing leaves crackle underfoot, streams of water rushing against the rocks, rattlesnakes hiding in the grass, and crickets chirping at night, the logs of wood cracking in the fires that you lit. So, yeah, Green Hell is not a perfect title. It absolutely has its flaws that can't just be ignored. But are they so abundant that it should make Green Hell a failure at launch? Fuck no. In fact, quite the opposite. I think there are far more positives here to work with, and perhaps some feedback will inspire developers to further improve, update, and optimize it to where it is reaching that level of perfection that it seems to deserve, because what's here is absolutely fun. I found myself feeling accomplished when I'd learn new tactics like crafting an axe, then using a rope on that axe to make even a stronger axe. From using a coconut to catch rainwater, then to learning to fill the coconuts by the river and then place them by the fire in order to disinfect that water. There are just so many interesting things to be discovered and seen here. It honestly pisses me the fuck off that so many negative people have pushed those who would have given it a try away from it. But they did those people a huge disservice, because chances are, had they just played the game themselves, they would have said, well, it is a bit blurry, it could look a bit better, there's a little bit of jankiness here, but damn, this is a really fun and cool game that was worth me buying. But it's not really even the negative content creators' faults. It's the fault of the viewers who put entirely far too much stock into a YouTube personality and taking their opinions as the word of fucking God, including you, my viewers. I'll tell you right now, don't take what I say as the fucking gospel, ever. It's just my opinion. Sure, I do own over 700 plus VR titles and know a good game from a bad one. I'm confident to say that I know what I'm talking about, but that does not mean that you have to listen to me. You can hear what I have to say and experience it for yourself and see if our opinions are similar. But people, please stop taking what content creators' opinions are as just the way it is. Because Green Hell VR proves that that's not fucking true. I disagree with every one of you who say that this game sucks. I see its flaws, sure, but they, in my opinion, do not make this game unplayable or a lazy port or not worth your time to experience. Anyways, you can find most everything you need to know within your journal. Some entries, like plants and other organic materials, may have question marks near them. And once you eat or use those items, those question marks become information because now you experienced what their reaction was and that they can either be beneficial or detrimental to you. Green Hell VR for me is an absolute treat. It's one of the most in depth RPG survival and crafting games I've played in VR, second only to No Man's Sky. But where, say, games like Song in the Smoke and No Man's Sky take a sci fi fantasy take on survival, Green Hell really tries its best to immerse you in a world of realism. No dinosaurs, aliens, or things you wouldn't possibly encounter in the wild here on Earth. It has so many systems at play, I can't help but to respect what Incuvo and Creepy Jar have brought to this platform, even with its apparent shortcomings. And exploring at night is a tense activity that I absolutely loved, especially when it came to the lighting and shadowing effects accompanied with the 3D audio. It was definitely one of the better highlights of this world for me personally. So, should you buy Green Hell VR? Should you wait for some patches or a deep sale? Honestly, I say buy it now, if it's within your means at least, because it's perfectly playable as it sits and it's a shit ton of fun. So, I'm giving Green Hell VR a 7 out of 10. Sure, it's not perfect, but with a little optimization to the visuals and patching out some of the bugs, this could easily become the best survival game on this platform. But that's just my opinion. You should buy it and form your own. And feel free to comment your thoughts after you've played it for yourself. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Until next time, have fun, stay savage, keep gaming. I'm out, y'all. Peace.